We, as foreign advisor team mentors, were a witness to child trafficking on a scale that I would have thought was impossible. I personally, and many of the people who were within my teams, know of children who were chained to the floor and systematically sexually assaulted over the course of our time in Afghanistan. This is something that's well known, well documented. If you go on to Vice.com or Vice News, you can look up a video series called What Winning Looks Like. And there is a distinct story of a major who was in Afghanistan immediately after I left, doing everything in his power to try to protect children from being systematically sexually assaulted by not just the Afghan National Police, but high-level Afghan officials across the country. So when our nation says to us that we were in Afghanistan to try to protect women, that's a spit in the face of every military personnel there who broke our backs trying to defend children from government officials who were in place. And when I stood up and I tried to do something about this, I was told that these were cultural differences that would get in the way of the mission if we were to pursue attempting to stop this. So if we're
that sounds like a group of elites are involved in this type of stuff also, and they don't want this to get too exposed.
I don't know enough about it.
But that's what it sounds like when you're saying something like that and your commanding officers are saying that this interferes with the mission. That sounds like you're covering up for a lot of people that are beyond what you're supposed to be helping.
I had firsthand witnessed a lieutenant in the police force grab a child by the back of his head and stick his tongue down his throat. And I don't mean to scare everyone watching this podcast by saying that, but that was one of the things that set me off. When I say I have PTSD, that's why. And I told that officer that I was going to kill him, his family, and everyone else who was involved with the trash that he was involved in. And I got posted for that. They took me off my guard post and they put me in a hutch, and I stayed there for 2 weeks sitting and thinking with the fact of what I had seen.
Was this an Afghan officer?
This was an Afghan police officer.
That was doing that?
A local Afghan police officer.
And your commanding officer or the people in charge of you just let it happen and didn't stop it?
Let it happen is a little different. There's paperwork that we were able to do. There was documentation that we were able to create. But the ferocity of the American military was withheld from being able to directly engage these targets who were actively doing harm against children.
Yeah. I remember you